Hi everyone. I'm viivianite. I am a Vietnamese American artist. I'm super excited to be here. And as you can see, we're gonna be drawing the Ape Escape monkey. I'm really excited to be here and just have a good time.
And I guess I'm Clay. I'm here just hanging out. Just I'm the moral support, so we hope you guys have been enjoying the show so far. We are indeed doing an emote of Peepo today, which I'm very excited to see. So yeah, I guess since this isn't technically a run, but we are going to be counting down because we do have a schedule to keep. So here we go. Ready, Viv?
As ready as you can be.
Yeah, sounds about right. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, let's go.
So, how long have you been doing art, Viv?
Honestly, like I used to do it like purely hobby, like growing up, but I think I started taking it more seriously probably 2019. So 7 years ago now.
Like, yeah, that's like 2 years ago. Like, wait.
Yeah. But yeah, I started doing like just fan art of stuff, and then I got a lot of people like being like, hey, like what if you opened up commissions? I was like, I don't know. But I've been surrounded by a bunch of supportive, amazing folk, so very thankful for that, and it's been a great journey. It's been really fun.
And I think you're still in school, right? Like, I know I usually see your projects because I bug you to show me them.
Yeah, this is actually my last semester. I actually am walking in about a month's time.
Ooh, so let's go.
That's exciting.
Congratulations early.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I am currently going to school for graphic design, but I actually switched partially because of how amazing everyone has been to me, because I was originally computer science, but with all the support, and I just felt more fulfilled in doing art, and I was like, you know what, I'll just switch to something more creative.
And now you are sculpting a monkey on SS4CxASA.
Now I'm sculpting the best monkey that ever existed.
I don't know about that. I like Mojo Jojo a little bit more, but I think Peepo is still pretty cool.
Peepo, when I saw the reference for this, I was like, I kind of fell in love immediately, actually.
He is beautiful. I think there was a GDQ where they had, like, there was an Ape Escape run, and I don't know if it was the couch or whatever, but they had the hats.
Oh my gosh!
With like the rotating siren. It was so cool. I wanted one.
Wait, now we gotta find out their suppliers. I kind of want one too.
Yeah, I never actually like looked afterwards to see if like those are sold somewhere or someone makes them or what, but best way to announce yourself.
I would be remiss to not point out that we could all get our own hat with a Peepo as the emote when we hit 65 subs.
That's true.
This is true.
Yeah, Peepo, if we hit that sub goal, we're gonna have Peepo is gonna be joining the emote lineup for the channel. So everyone who has subbed will get that emote, this emote.
I do want to point out, it might be like things might be looking a little different from how some people have seen others make emotes. I'm actually using Studio Paint, which I love dearly, and my favorite part is that you can do vector and raster based art, so ooh, I can draw a line and then I can just kind of perfect it a little bit. So
I used to love
favorite part
using Illustrator back 15 million years ago when I was in high school.
Yeah, Clip Theo is like my little perfect middle of both worlds where I can just kind of do my own thing, have that kind of hand touch with the drawing, and then I can kind of just dial it in perfectly.
So, so is this application, is this a free application? Is it a paid application?
Yeah, it is a one-time payment for like the major version. It's a little complicated in which it's like there's basically a battle pass on like recurring updates, but it's crazy.
That's amazing.
But I have the one-time payment, and it goes on sale pretty often, which is great too. But I have the 2.0 version of Clip Studio.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people are looking for like alternatives to stuff like Photoshop or other solutions right now, especially as like there's a lot of stuff that's like subscription now, or
Add some
any of the
tools that people
Yeah.
aren't as fond of.
Yeah, they just recently upgraded to 4.0, as someone mentioned. But I always have like a running list of programs I'm keeping an eye out on. I know like the Canva series, the Affinity series, just recently got published as free for everyone. So it's free to use, which is great. I believe like the money they make off of Canva goes towards keeping that series free.
That's cool.
So yeah, if anyone's looking for like motion graphics or an Illustrator kind of competitor, that's definitely worth checking out.
Can I ask how hard it was for you to learn Clip Studio?
Honestly, I think the biggest learning curve is the vectors, because it's so different from everything else I've ever used. But but yeah, like I think once you get to kind of that vector mindset, I definitely think there's always more to learn out of the program, as there is most things. But for me, I've found Clip Studio to be pretty self-explanatory in some things, and then there's always there's so many resources out there, especially for Clip Studio.
Kind of reminds me of definitely not the same, but like with like Blender, where it's like it seems a lot more difficult than it is initially, and then you kind of learn everything, and there's a lot of resources out there. I say as someone who has not done that, because I'm not artistically minded at all.
If anyone's used Blender, then everyone knows about the Blender donut tutorial, because it's always a classic.
That's true. Is there a Clip Studio donut tutorial?
I should look into that. No, but I did find like the vector kind of aspect on my own, and then after that I started seeing more and more people pick it up, and it really makes me happy to see more people using it, because you gotta utilize like a program to its fullest, right?
Yeah. I think the last time I did any kind of graphic design was probably in high school, which was very much graphic design is my passion sort of deal.
A little frog just chilling there.
I love that. We asked you to do an Ape Escape emo, but have you ever played Ape Escape?
I haven't. I've seen runs of it. It's always a great time, but I haven't played it myself. That's one of the games I'm kind of like, ooh, I should play it on my own time.
It's so cute. Remember as a kid, I had like some random demo disc that had an Ape Escape demo on it, and I was a child, so I was very bad at the game, but there's something I love that there's part of me that loves that like PS1 look, for lack of a better expression. And the ape designs are just too cute. We're going to be doing the later. We're going to be doing the cross world that's like Ape Escape and Jack and Daxter, which I think is kind of a fun combo. So people, if people aren't familiar with the original Ape Escape, you'll be able to see it tonight. It's an interesting game.
You can see these hats.
That's true. You can see these hats
yourself.
Yeah, you can see these hats and also want one.
You can also make Ape Escape harder for our, well, both Ape Escape and Jack 1 harder for DZ and Shovel Claws.
And I like making them suffer personally, so...
You're such a wonderful friend, Clay.
I am, I'm great.
I mean, I'm just here to try to shill hats, and you're like, no, make them suffer.
No, make them suffer. They can handle it. I'm sure they'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
If you, like Clay, believe in Shovel Claws and Ground Zero...
I didn't say that.
Okay, if you, unlike Clay, believe in Shovel Claws and Ground Zero, but also you just won the hat, feel free to drop a sub and support SS4C in continuing to hold events like this.
Yeah, you guys have been just... I'm blown away by the support from today, so thank you very much on behalf of everybody here. We wanted to do an event for AAPI Heritage Month, and we weren't really entirely sure like what the response would be, but people have been very cool and supportive and excited, so again, thank you. And thank you, Viv, for being here.
I'm so happy to have been invited.
Yeah, I was like, art.
So
okay, I know a person.
Because I'm fascinated by right now what you're doing with. It sounds so trite. I'm sorry, but I am incredibly fascinated by the lines being shifted on screen right now. Also, as someone not artistically inclined.
Yeah, I'm kind of just attentively watching it as well.
I will say it's definitely like a very like therapeutic thing for me too, because I'm very much like, ooh, I need this line to be perfect or this curve to be perfect.
Yeah, the perfectionist streak, I feel that one.
And then, like, I assume you started with the sketch, which is what you're lining up the lines to.
Yeah, I did the sketch. I like, the way I do my sketches is over the years, I've kind of tried different things, but I think my favorite thing is to just go classic pen and paper for like that natural kind of feeling, and then I kind of bring it in, do a few touch-ups so it looks easier to like kind of line, and then go in with the digital.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, so that like you have the vision of what you're drawing before you can like slowly work at perfecting it.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes it'll take me like multiple sketches, or sometimes it'll take me like one, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect, I'm going for it.
Yeah, I imagine it has to be
rarely
like,
the case.
An interesting process. Like, is there a project that you can think of where it just felt like no matter how many times you sketched it out, it just didn't feel like it was working?
I think probably like if I'm drawing Sonic characters.
Yeah, feel that.
Last SGDQ I brought a bunch of like stickers for kind of freebies to pass out, and I think it took me 3 weeks just to be satisfied with the Sonic specifically.
Yeah, that's right. I still have the skill issue sticker that's in the Mario Sunshine font. The Mario Sunshine
that one was really fun. That one I was definitely inspired.
Yeah, that one's good. That's when you get like chuckstered off the side.
Yeah, I'm always looking to make really fun, just very silly things. Of this is definitely a part of the ranks.
Yeah, Pipo's, well, I mean, he's pretty mischievous.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy causing trouble. It's my favorite genre, little guy. And chat, if you have any questions about what's going on right now, or are looking for recommendations and places to start, please feel free to ask, and we'll pass it along. This is just a nice chill time to enjoy being creative. Or if you're me, enjoy someone else being creative.
You're being creative with your words, Clay.
Aww.
But I do want to point out to Viv that you are getting a lot of love in the chat.
I appreciate that. Yeah, just love the community.
So we've determined that this design was requested. I've also established that I actually don't know anything about what went into this. So, can I ask, what was the vision, Clay?
The vision was, the idea was that we really wanted to spotlight an artist during the event, and we thought that a good way to do that would be something that not only is, watching the process and watching something that's fun, but also being like, hey, like, since we're trying to, drive some subs this weekend to kind of help us in the future when we do more of our standard like charity events, we thought it'd be fun to like see an emote that people would actually be able to use, sort of come to life. And when we were looking at the possibilities for, what would be good, we wanted something that was, related to the schedule. And we had a few different ideas, but I think the one that we kind of just gravitated to was one of the Pipos. And we're very we had to choose a specific one. And I think we all just love the eyes on this one. This is the one who's usually has the light blue shorts. I think they're all named. Each ape is named an Ape Escape. So we looked at a bunch of the ones of his category. And I think one of the reference images was the one that's named Igor, which is the most unfitting name for this monkey ever. We're we just kind of fell in love with it. So the idea was that it would be maybe some sort of it's a peepo, so he's sort of peeping. So it's a peeping. It works. So that was kind of
no. I totally get that.
That's sort of the that was just the idea, and then and now it's coming to life because Viv is brilliant and I don't understand art, and I like watching funny shape come together.
No, and so I asked because I wasn't sure if people was holding a stick or something, but once you said peeking, what kind of an intent do we want to assign to people, really? But once we made people lurk, what the vision was, no, I can totally see it.
Yeah, he looks kind of shy, but he also looks like he's gonna pants you in public. It's like that. Deceptively that deceptive sort of mischievous, and we're very mischievous here, so I think that works. Yeah, someone just pasted or shared a sort of a peeking emote in the chat. So he's lurking. He's gonna cause some trouble, and then I don't know if any of us here is equipped with a giant net to capture him, so it might be over for us.
Well, chat, you can absolutely send us into utter chaos, of course, because we don't get this emote until we hit 65 subs.
That's true. Right now, it's being made for the love of the game. Just.
And also because Viv is creating a really, really slick vision here, because you've removed your sketch lines, but it's still really neat.
Yeah, it's not as restrictive. I remember doing some, nonsense sort of minor like assets because, no one else had the time to do it. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna make stuff. And, I was doing it in Photoshop and rasterized, and I'd want to make a change, and all of a sudden it's like, oh good, I have to change everything. This seems much more freeform, which is why I liked Illustrator back in high school, but again, I haven't kept up with it or any of that stuff. So what is this tool that you were just doing? Was that sort of like a smoothing? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm like pop quizzing you. I was like, what was that?
At 200 subs, Clay will draw an emote. No,
Oh God, no one
I want
wants
to say
that.
this is not official.
No, I can't even draw things in Tomodachi Life, so like.
But this is where you're getting to learn from a master of the craft.
That's true. It is always like watching. For me, like watching artists is always very inspirational, even if I don't end up doing it myself. Like I just like seeing cool things that people make, and that comes in plenty of forms, like whether it's art like this, or writing, or a program or a game, or a play, or whatever it might be.
And since art is like so inherent to like the things we see, what we like, just like all of that influences the style. Like, what are some of your influences, Viv, when you're drawing things, when you're thinking of like how to color things? I am going to pause you real quick because it seems like chat may not have heard that answer.
Yeah, something happened. See what's going on there. Chat, you can let me know if you can hear my beautiful voice.
But please feel free to continue drawing. They can still see the work that you're doing. I just want to make sure that they hear.
Okay, they can hear me. And are you able to hear our wonderful host as well? 1 out of 3 is not bad, but I'm going for a higher average here. Okay. So it's so it's 2 out of 3, but like you're kind of the most important person to hear.
Yeah,
So...
you are, and we are working on that chat. But in the meanwhile, keep sending your love to Viv. And of course, Viv, we don't mean for you to be completely quiet, because we can still hear you, and we love hearing your thoughts. Just those answers, I want chat to be able to hear them. And if you don't mind telling me what you're doing now, I'll be happy to convey that to chat while we're working on it.
Oh my god, it would be like it's like charades, but like telephone. Chat's reading
right
the PNG tuber's lips.
Chat is far more skilled than I am.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
But right now, Viv is laying down the flat colors and the base layers, so that I believe that's what you had an issue with earlier, that you didn't have the reference layers.
Right. Yeah, it's an issue.
Yeah. Like my actual mic.
Okay. Oh. Alright, bet. Yeah, chat, let us know.
So let's try this again. Viv, in much better words than I'm able to explain, what are you doing with the layers now?
Okay, we are shifting.
Hello. It is active. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are hopefully about to be back if we're not already. So let's try
for 100% now.
Yeah,
one more time.
Yeah, one more time. Yeah, close the microwave.
Currently, close the microwave. I am currently laying down flats of the colors, just making sure that everything's kind of good on the right layers, so I'm not covering up anything, going back over the line layers, and then also just putting down the basic like white shape and then going back and rendering afterwards.
Like when you go to adjust, like for example, like the pupils, and it like did that like distorted, non like smooth version, and like that, and that's how I would draw it. That would be the final product from me.
Peer into his soul.
Yeah.
It's just like real for real. And if you've got like the brain space for it, I want to take it back to that earlier question. So what influences you in your style, your coloring?
Yeah, for sure. I would say for sure I'm less inclined towards like artists that I really aspire to. Obviously I still take a little bit of inspiration, but I think most of my inspiration comes from the artist community I really connect to, the ones I really talk to. I think my biggest influence probably is another artist in kind of like the community, Angel Rostar. We talk a lot about like the way we do our process, and we end up inspiring each other for sure.
I do also want to point out Angel Rose Star sent some love to you in chat earlier too.
And I love that. Yeah. We've always kind of like gone back and forth about, you know, how we color things, the way we are lining things, and we've definitely done a lot of collabs in the past as well. So just kind of bouncing ideas off of each other and things of that sort.
Yeah, see, that has to be fun. I like the idea of collaborating with other artists.
Yeah, I'm definitely like super big on community events. I always love running things when I have the time, and I think one of my most favorite things is like I did like an art telephone kind of thing with a bunch of other artists. We just like made up a design on the spot and threw it to like 15 other artists, see what would come out the end.
Oh, that's
That
funny.
was probably like the most fun I've had, and like just something of that collaborative nature.
I'm going to make a tortured connection, but that's kind of like speedrunning in a way, isn't it?
That's the tortured connection.
Tortured is definitely a word choice.
Yeah. The tortured
getting
artist and the
stretched
tortured
out.
speedrunner. Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, I definitely will bring art to anything I do. So like, even I've been doing a lot of archipelagos in the past, like maybe year and a half, and definitely when I can, I try to do the MS Paint one.
Oh my god.
I was curious, what is an art archipelago like?
I mean, like, for me, when I'm like looking for like a specific picture, I try to do like whatever game someone else is doing in the archipelago. But there's one that I really want to pull off where it's everyone doing an MS Paint archipelago, and then like we send each other like the canvas size or like colors, and I think that idea is so fun.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's actually kind of amazing. And you are now allowed to use pink.
I believe the way that works is that it's like, because like paint works in RGB, you get like progressive red, progressive green, and progressive blues.
Oh, okay. That's
But
interesting.
like sometimes you're just stuck with like yellow for the longest time.
Dang.
This is now a very sunny drawing.
Do you like? I'm assuming it's like, oh, now you can use the paint bucket tool or whatever.
Yeah, they have the
yeah.
tools locked too. And sometimes you don't have the paint bucket for the entire time, and you're just like, I gotta use like the pencil tool at 1 pixel for a while.
Yeah, does it like lock out the different sizes too?
Yeah, like
That's awesome.
I think you start with like a small brush.
Right.
And
So
I do
when...
want to point out that we have this showcase at 40 minutes. We're about 7.5 minutes away from the end, by the way.
Oh wow, that's fast. That was fast.
Time flies when we're having fun.
I feel like, yeah, time flies when you're having fun or watching people do cool stuff, which is also a form of fun.
You do want to play with the color of this wall at least, just to make sure it's not also the same reddish brown.
Yeah. It's not Metal Gear quite yet. I know there's a Metal Gear Ape Escape minigame, but it's not.
Wait,
this is
there
not
is?
it. Yeah, it's like, I think it's in Metal Gear Solid 3. There's like an Ape Escape crossover
Oh my gosh.
minigame.
I'm sorry, I need to hop off the mic right now to go play that.
Yeah. So for the Delta on PlayStation, it's the Ape Escape minigame, and I think for Xbox they did a Bomberman one. I can't remember. But
That's really
I think that's cute. And as someone who's not really into Metal Gear, all I really want to do is play the Ape Escape minigame.
We also did get a gifted sub just now, which puts our total at 48. And as a reminder to you all, I know we've been engrossed in The details in the pupils. I'm sorry, I'm getting engrossed in this.
I am too.
But I know we've all been fascinated by the creation of this artwork. You get it as an emote when we hit 65 subs. But if you want to make that PlayStation Crossworld Randomizer evil mode for Ground Zero and Shovel Claws, that needs to be done before the start of that run, and you've got like 25 minutes left on that, I believe. So we are hoping to get 17 more subs, and at 17 subs you will get both Peepo as an emote here on SS4C and Make Life Harder for Shovel Claws and Ground Zero, which is something I know Clay is gunning for.
I'm very enthusiastic about that. Evil Peepo. You can get cute Peepo here, and then you can get evil Peepo in game.
I'm told evil mode adds traps, and to tie it a little back to that archipelago, that MS Paint archipelago, are there traps in MS Paint archipelago?
I believe there are. You can. It's yeah. I was also shocked the first time. I think there's one for inverting the colors of the canvas, which is evil, first of all. But I do know it's also like flipping the canvas. There's also Deathlink, which is really fun if you have a lot of people. When you receive a death, it just clears your canvas entirely.
Oh, I hate
So you start from scratch.
Oh. I was thinking like, oh yeah, a trap will just like draw like a giant garish like black line across the entire canvas or something.
Like a cat just steps on
Yeah,
your
like,
keyboard
exactly.
type.
But the cat steps in paint and then steps on your masterpiece. Look at him, he's so cute. How can you resist?
He's such a little guy. I love him.
So you do emotes, but you also do a variety of other artistic projects. I know you do layouts. You do. What are some of the other projects that you've done?
Yeah, emotes, sub badges, overlays, definitely more in my realm. But I also love doing just standard illustrations. I would say I'm like
We're gonna ignore
anything I
the
can
noise in my
experiment
background, by the way.
Yeah, I'm experimenting with like right now motion graphics I really want to get into.
Ooh.
So that one's like a fun little side project that I really want to get back into doing.
So when you say motion graphics, are you referring to like something like a GIF, or like are you referring to like something that's sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I think of like motion comics where it's like that kind of like small sort of animation.
Yeah. I feel like that's definitely also something I want to touch. I'm very like experimental on like anything that sounds fun to me. I'm willing to try it. I think right now, like for me, I want to do like animated overlays.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, like not like the whole thing, but obviously, but like little like details here and there, like a floating flower, for example, or like I did an overlay that was Sonic inspired by, I believe, a Sonic Rush. So kind of like imitating like the UI of that. That was really fun.
That's fun. I do like that, and I do like Sonic Rush, so you'll have to show me that
That
later.
one
is
was
basically
yeah,
what
that
I'm
was
telling
a
you.
really fun project for sure.
I just want to say that like we are like, you know, we're basically right at the end of the segment, and like in this short amount of time, this emote has kind of just come to life, which I find fascinating, because I would be still like being angry at the shape of the pupils or whatever.
Yeah, I think like especially like I have on the side just a tiny thing of a smaller version of the emote that would be closer to what you would see in the stream chat. So it's definitely like playing with the pupil size too, just making sure it doesn't come out wonky later.
Right, having that reference for what it looks like at its intended or close to intended size.
Yeah. And that's always like the hardest part, I think, with these kinds of like emotes, is just making sure it looks good, but also it looks good at a smaller size and not just this bigger size as we see it now. I'm trying to find out what this tiny splotch of different pixels.
So it's looking like we are just about out of time. So, Viv, I wanted to ask you, where can people find you if they would like to either commission you or see more of your work, or, you know, obviously we have your Twitch here that we will shout out, but are there any other places that people can find you?
Yeah, I mainly am on Blue Sky right now at viivianite.art. And then I also have my own stream that I very occasionally will stream art too. If you're looking to commission me, I'm on VGen, literally VGEN. Great place to commission me. And also Instagram.
I can post links. Hee. Yeah, definitely, definitely check out Viv's art and work on those locations if I can ever like actually like. There we go. Someone fixed my bad shout out, because typing is not apparently something I can do today. I want to thank you first off for being here and for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And Zoku, do we have you back?
I'm back, and
okay.
thank
I'll stop
you,
doing your job then.
You are perfectly welcome to continue doing my job, but also, I mean, Clay, thank you for joining us as well and helping keep us company while chatting. Anything you might want to shout out? Of course, shouting out Viv, but
well, yes, that's goes without saying, but yeah. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching so far and everyone who's put in so much work into getting this event going, whether it's behind the scenes or you know, stuff today, being around today and handling tech setup, or our wonderful hosts like Zoku. Everybody who has been making this a fun, chill weekend to lift up the AAPI community. We're looking to do events like this to sort of lift up various sub communities, and we want to show, you know, there's a lot of amazing talent out there and people are very passionate about a lot of cool stuff, and it's not just necessarily speedruns, but, you know, art or other people in the community, and some of their skills. So I just want to thank you all for your support so far, and thank you for people have gifted subs and cheered bits, all kinds of stuff today. It's honestly like way beyond what I would have ever imagined, and we're only like still like not even halfway done yet. So that's all I would have to say.
I mean, I think you said it amazingly. Speaking as someone who's part of the community being uplifted by events like these, Viv, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your work and chat. Again, if you want this people as an emote, we need to hit 65 subs. You don't want to let Viv's work go to waste, do you? Do you? I'm watching you, chat.
Exactly.
But we are going to head to the break screen and get ready for our next round. Viv, thank you again so much for coming on here, for talking about art and your experience with Clip Studio Paint and with us, and also for drawing people for us. I'm looking forward to this becoming an emote. Chat's not going to let us down. We'll be right back. Never.